this question here, you've got 2/6 multiplied by 3/7, and that's going to give you the total area of everything in there. But the question says work out the area of the shaded part, so you only want the blue bit. So the first thing you got to do is, I've set it out for total area and shaded area. So we're going to find the total amount here. So we're going to do 2/6 multiplied by 3/7. And that's going to be, so we set it out like this. Multiply your numerators together, multiply your denominators together. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 7 is 42. And I leave that as it is. Okay, I don't need to simplify at this point. I could if I wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now, let's look at just the shaded area here. So we've got this little square actually, that white bit there. So we need to work out what that's going to be, and then we're going to have to subtract this amount from the total amount. So I'm going to, actually, I shouldn't have shaded area. I'm going to put square. Okay, that little square, hopefully you can see. So I've got 1/10 multiplied by 1/10. Okay, same again, so 1 times 1 and 10 times the 10 is going to give me 1/100. Okay, so I've got my two fractions now. At this point, what I need to do is subtract them, because I need to get rid of this amount from the total area. So I need to get this amount away from this amount, but I have a problem. I have different denominators. So I've got to do a little bit of work with that. So the first thing, if I were to set this out as a sum, hopefully you can see, it would be 6/42, and I would subtract 1/100. So it would look like that. Now I can't do it because these are different numbers. So I need to find a common denominator. Now the trick is here, if I multiply 42 and 100 together, it will give me a common denominator. And if I do that, it will give me the answer of 4,200. Okay, so let's go from there. Okay, how do I get from 42 to 4,200? I times by 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 6 times 100 is going to give me 600. And then this bit here, how do I get from 100 to 4,200? Well, I multiply by 42. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 42 is going to give me 42. Okay, so now I've got it to this point. I've now got 600, which is my biggest number. Subtract 42. I don't touch these denominators, I leave them, because now I'm subtracting fractions, which is a slightly different method. So I'm going to set it out down here so you can see. 600. Actually, no, I'll do it like this. Subtract 42. My denominator stays the same, which is going to give me 558 over 4,200. Okay. Now, I can't leave this like this. I could. It's my answer. It's an equivalent fraction because I've done the subtraction part. So what I've done, if I go back to my question, I've got rid of that little bit from all of this. So that is my total area. But we always say to finish it off, I simplify. So let's go down here and let's do this. Hold my iPad like that. And then I can simplify it. So I can halve it. I can go to 558 divided by 2 is going to give me 279. And then I can do the same to this one. I'll set it out like I do in class. 4,200 divided by 2 is going to be 2,100. I can keep going because these are also multiples of 3. The little giveaway here is that this number ends in a 9. That's often a giveaway that's in the 3 times table. I've also got 2100, so here I could divide that by 3, which would give me the answer of 93. and 21 divided by 3 is going to give me 700. I can't go any further than that, so that is my answer, 93 over 700.